Hello, welcome to JavaScript tutorial, chapter 29, JavaScript event object, brought to you by Ankpro Technologies. My name is Harish. In this session, we are going to learn about the JavaScript event object and its properties. So, the event object keep tracks of various events that occur on the page, such as the user moving the mouse or clicking on the link. So keep in mind, whenever an event like click or mouse over or mouse out occurs, the relevant data about that event is placed into the event object. So event object is the guy who will be having all the details of the event occurring on the web page. So what are the things the event object can contain? It can contain the data like x and y coordinates of the mouse pointer when the event occurred. It's going to return us the x and y property, x and y coordinates of the mouse where I clicked on the web page, or it's going to tell like what HTML element that fired the event and which mouse button is clicked. Okay, and these are the type of data event object can return us about the event. And how to get the event object? It's very simple. Obtaining the event object is very straightforward. What we have to do is we have to always pass this event object to the event handler method. So here we have a simple example. Okay, we have a button. On clicking of the button, it's going to return us the type of the event, okay, and x and y coordinates, as well as the target element where the button was clicked, okay, where the event occurred, sorry. So here in this piece of code, you can observe very clearly we have an input type button and the value is click me, and I have a ID on click. We are calling on click attribute. To that we are attaching a JavaScript function, and this JavaScript function is not a plain function. It is taking a JavaScript event object. Okay, so in my function get event details, what I'm trying to do is with the help of this event object, I said you, okay, how do I call the event object? It's very simple. Okay, so event object is always passed to the event handler method. So here is the event handler method. To this event handler method, the event object is passed. With the help of this event object, I can get the event type. Okay, so and apart from that, okay, I can get event dot client x. In the sense, it's going to return the x coordinates of the mouse where I clicked on the button. Okay, and y coordinate, as well as the event target type, as well as the event target tag name. Okay, in the sense on which tag I'm clicking, it's going to return the name of it. Okay, once I fetch all the details, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to push that result event details into a element, okay, which is having the ID result, that is div. You can observe here, and I'm making use of inner HTML property, and I'm passing that event details variable which holds the result. So let me show you a demo of this, and let me explain you how event object is going to help us. So let me jump into Visual Studio Code. Okay, and here is my, here you can observe very clearly. So let me expand it. So what I'll do right now is, okay, let me take a input type. So I should write outside the body, sorry for that. Input type is button, and let me assign an ID to it. I hope ID is not necessary, but let me do it. And the value is click me, and I'm going to call on click attribute. So I'm going to I'm passing a event object. Okay, now I have to write a definition for that function. So what I'll do is function let me copy this and let me paste it here. This is the function name. So with the help of this event object, we can access the details of the current event, what's happening on this button. So on click, we are going to get some data about that particular event. So what are the data we can take now right now is, so let me take a variable and I'll event details is equal to, so what are the first data I'm going to fetch is the event type. Okay, so what I'll do is let me go back here and I'll tell like event name. So event dot type. So after that I need to call a break line such that on the web page it looks good when it is rendering there. And let me copy this, paste it here, and I'm going to get the x coordinate. So how do I get the x coordinate? With the help of property client x. Let me copy and paste it again, and this is client y, and the value here is y. And apart from that, what else I can do is I can get the target element. So what is the property I've taken there? It's event.target.type, and the target type is target type. It's event.target.type. Target element, or what is the thing I've taken there? It's target name. Yes, in the sense event dot it's tag name. I hope it's a tag name. Yes, it is a tag name. So let me remove this. As of now, this is the last one. We end up with semicolon. So once I have done all these things, the result is stored in the event details variable. So I have to attach it to a div element. So let me take a div element. So let me assign an ID to it, telling like it's my div. So let me copy this. So how can I identify that div with ID? With the help of get element by ID method, which is present in document object. So here I'm going to pass that ID. Then I'm making use of inner HTML is equal to this variable. So when do control S. Now when I let me run this page and let me see how it renders there. Double click on that. It is navigating us to the Chrome browser. Here it comes, and now when I click on that button, okay, I'm going to get the details of that event, that is click event. Okay, you can observe the event name is click, and the x coordinate where I clicked is 57, y coordinate is 19, and the target type, so this input type is button, and the target name where we are attaching our event is to the input tag. So this is how we can fetch the details of the event. Okay, so the event name is click event. That's what we are doing in our code. We are calling a click event. Okay, on click attribute. So to that we are passing this method, which is having an event object. Event object is returning us the details of that particular event. What are the details we are getting right now? We are getting the details like click, event name, and the target is type button, and the target name is input, and the x and y coordinates. Okay, and this works fine. Now I can do this for other events also. What do you mean by other events? It's very simple. This is on click. Similarly, I can go with on mouse over. Okay, on mouse over I can call this method. Okay, but the event type is changed here. The event type is on mouse over. Do control S. Let me go back. Let me refresh. Now you can observe when I mouse over, you're getting the event name as mouse over. When I click, the event name is click. This is what the event object will be having the details of the particular event. Okay, I hope you understood this. Okay, and now what I'll do is I'll open this page or this URL in my Internet Explorer. Okay, or let me go here or right click here and open with. Okay, I'll give Internet Explorer. Now this page is right now it's opening in Internet Explorer. Now when I over on this or when I click, this particular event is happening. But what I'll do is I'll change my Internet Explorer version right now. So here is my window. So what I'll do is I'll change the Internet Explorer version to 8. Now as soon as I do this, Okay, you can observe on mouse over we are not getting any details. Okay, instead of that what we are getting is we are getting an error. You can observe here when I mouse over we are getting like unable to get property type of undefined or null reference. So this piece of code is not going to work in the Internet Explorer 8 and below versions. So how can I solve this? I can solve this. Okay, let me go back. So this piece of code what we wrote right now, it's going to work in Internet Explorer 9 and all other modern browsers. But if I want to get the details of the event in the Internet Explorer 8 and other versions, okay, then I have to make use of this piece of code present here. Okay, we have something called event.source element instead of what we had here, like event.target. Okay, instead of that we used to make use of event.source element. So what I need to change here is, it's very simple. I need to create a variable, okay, where source element, okay, this is what they have taken in my piece of code. You can observe here source element, and I'm telling like if event.source element, in the sense if it is, okay, Internet Explorer 8 and below version, then make use this piece of code. Okay, set the source element value to event.source element. So let me go back and let me do it. Okay, if event dot source element, okay, then what I need to do is I need to set the value of this source element is equal to this. Okay, else what I need to do is I need to specify this one. Control V. So let me go back and let me check what we are doing is correct or not. Yes, it is perfect. src element. src element. Okay, that's fine. So what I need to do is I need to just replace this one here instead of this, because so when I do Control S, now I'll go back to my Chrome. Now I'll refresh. Now when I mouse over, okay, it's working fine, and when I click it's working fine. Again when I mouse over, it's a mouse over event. So what's happening right now is in my piece of code, it's coming here and it's checking that if it is event.source element. No, my Chrome browser supports all the things, so it's taking this piece of code, that is event.target. But now let me go back to my IE. Okay, now when I mouse over we are not getting it, but I'll refresh the page. Okay, now when I mouse over or click, we are getting the event name as well as the mouse over. But what I'll do is let me go back here, and now it is Internet Explorer 8, but I'll set to 11, and this works fine still. Okay, now our objective is I need to set it to 8 or below that. Now when I mouse over, and this is also working fine. Why? Because okay, because of this piece of code. That is, we are checking in the Internet Explorer 8, it takes, instead of event target, it's going to take event.source element. That's the reason the code worked well in Internet Explorer 8 and Internet Explorer 11 also. You can observe very clearly. Okay, I hope you understood like what is the advantage of using an event object. Okay, and also we saw like what is event.target and event.source element when we have to use it. If your browser is the version of Internet Explorer 8 and below that, then we have to make use of event.source element, or if it is above, then we have to make it as event.target. Okay, I hope you understood this. So finally, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Ankpro Training. You can also like our Facebook page with things URL. You can also follow us on Twitter. Further reference our website. We are on LinkedIn too. Last but not the least, please don't forget to give the feedback. Thank you. Have a great day.